Okay, so let's talk about Mahan. I saw all the trailers in terms of the different languages. I think the Tamil trailer released first, which was different from the ones released today in Malayalam, in Telugu, in Tamil. In some ways, I guess there's one that's teaser and trailer. And both of them give you slightly different glimpses of the movie. Now, let me just tell you why I think this is worth talking about. I think the story is fairly interesting. When I first saw it, I didn't fully understand, which is a good thing. The movie looked intriguing enough just by the trailers without necessarily giving you too much about the story. But what I did understand, and then I also read Amazon's summary of it. From the trailer, what I understood is it looks like Vikram, who's obviously the main actor, is going through a bit of a transition where his father seems to be following a Gandhian way of life and wants his son to carry that forward, especially with saying no to alcohol and fighting against alcohol. But it looks like Vikram, as he grows up to be an adult, he's taken a completely different path. In fact, opposite to his father, you have this, in terms of the vibe of the story, I think I like how they shot it. It looks like a gangster movie, set in the 70s perhaps. It certainly got that vibe, and Vikram is just amazing, I think, as an actor. And this is one of those roles that's going to allow us to see him in different shades, and he's done that before. And you know me, I like character driven stories more than anything else, whether it's comedy, whether it's action. Even action, it's described as a action thriller. What I hope for is that this movie is more than just action or style. There's actually substance to it. Once again, if you're following me as a movie reviewer, you know that I like that kind of stuff, right? Even though there's style, there has to be at the core of it a very compelling story, right? Something that makes you connect with the characters and makes you care about them. And it looks like this movie or this trailer already achieved that for me, maybe because of Vikram's natural charisma, his experience in showing us even the most subtle emotion, with definitely a lot of style as well. Now, speaking of Vikram, his son Dhruv Vikram is also in here, and I think he looks good on camera. I haven't seen any of his movies, but it was just exciting to see father and son. Now, here's another interesting aspect. When I saw the trailers, it looked like Vikram is obviously his dad in the movie as well, and both of them are in some ways gangsters. That's the vibe I got. Especially, you see the son is very physical. He's shooting people, and so it looked like both of them are maybe part of the same gang or they're running a gang. But from Amazon's summary, when I read it, there was an interesting aspect that said in the storyline, Vikram, rejects his father's ideology or Gandhian principles and goes out and becomes a gangster and even becomes a millionaire. But his choices lead him away from his son, and then now perhaps life is throwing another opportunity for Vikram to reconnect with his son. So, like I said, in the trailer, it looked like both of them are on the same page in terms of being a gangster, etc. But according to Amazon Prime's summary, it looks like they're not, and it's a way for Vikram to eventually reconnect with his son. I like stories where there's a character arch. If you've seen my review on Minil Murli or any other movies, I mean, I love that, which is why Breaking Bad as a TV series is still my favorite. It's something that I can relate to as well on a personal level, where you grew up with a certain ideology and then or you grew up on a particular ideology, and then as you're growing up, you're really finding your own way. What is your purpose, the why to what you do, etc., etc. So having said all this, I'm excited. I'm excited to see Vikram. I'm excited to see his son. I think in many ways this is probably going to be a compelling story. I'm hoping that it is, that it's not all style. The fact that they keep a relationship at the core of every story. And it looks like, again, here, similar to Bhutakalam, or, the horror element is just a background or an excuse to tell us a story between a mother and a son. And here as well, it looks like, all the gangster Don vibe that we get is simply, again, a cover for, at the core of it, is probably going to be an interesting father-son story with multiple layers and where the characters change and grow over time. And hopefully they're able to communicate that movie. So I'm excited for Feb 10th. That's when the movie is going to release. So stay tuned for my review as well. What do you guys think? Are you excited for Vikram's new movie, Mahan? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe, stay sane.